Another episode of I Heard That. I'm Tanya.
I'm Tina.
And I'm Charles Ed.
And once again, we're going to come to you guys and we're talking about books that we've read and we love, and we just wanted to kind of review them. And it's book reviews and more because sometimes we will discuss books and other times we'll be at expos or we'll discuss movies or what have you. But today we're discussing a book called Jacob's Song by Tiffany Patterson. This book was published in October of 2019 and it received a 4.5 on Goodreads. All right, Chazette, this was your book. So we're going to get into this. Okay, Chazette picked this book, and it is, in fact, in honor of Valentine's Day. It's a love story.
It's a love story.
It is a love story. It's an interracial love story between two really flawed individuals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very flawed. Very flawed.
Two flawed individuals that have somehow found each other and are trying to make it work. I think he's a little more flawed than she is.
Well, yeah, he's a lot flawed. He's a lot flawed. Not a little flawed.
See, he is like, he is controlling. He doesn't care about your opinions, your thoughts, your ideas, absolutely nothing. And to me, it's like he's viewed himself as perfect in his thought process. So for his role that he's playing in the book, he's like the epitome of I am the shiznick. And nothing that you say is going to change what I believe. And you're either going to go with what I say or you're going to get out of my way. So he was very controlling, a little contrite. She was, I don't even know how to really characterize her, because she was equally as good in terms of her skills, but she had quite a few issues herself too, but nowhere near as many as he had. I agree with that.
So the setting is that they work in a hospital together, and he's a cosmetic surgeon, and she's plastic surgeon, and she is a OR nurse, operating nurse, and she's at the top of her game, and he's at the top of his game, and so they meet and they have instant chemistry between each other, and the relationship evolves. But he has a lot. I kept thinking to myself, would I have stuck around?
Man,
no.
There was there were like moments where, you know, he was really charming and everything, and then, you know, he was kind of scary to me at some points. I'm like, okay, you're just a little too controlling, and I don't know if I would have stuck around for that. I mean, that was one of the things I kept thinking, like, this is one of those kind of romance novels where the guy is kind of creepy, but somehow that's supposed to be romantic or something. I don't know.
But I also think to balance it out, she sticks around because she ain't got nobody. Mm-hmm. I mean, she does have family, so I don't want to get
but for her loving.
No, but she has almost an estranged relationship with her father.
Right.
She's already lost her mother. And her sister is going through her own journey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So at the point where she meets him, she doesn't really have a support system. And I say that to say that maybe she took a little bit more than she should have, because she had, and I know that's crazy, but how many women have done that?
Yeah, I know.
Right. How many women
Yes.
have done that?
Yes.
There might be some red flags there, but we don't make this work.
I'm just gonna say.
Red flag on the play.
I'm just gonna say.
Red flag on the play.
Ladies, when you see yourself in a relationship like this one, just do yourself a favor and get on up out of there early.
Yeah, just it was like I understood. Okay, so it's like it was like when I was reading the book, I kept thinking to myself, okay, he's a little controlling, but she seems to be able to check him and put him back on his heels. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like she checked him and then he got more controlling. She was able to, she was able to like bring it back to him, like, okay, you need to step off, which I thought was kind of interesting. The other thing I think is interesting in this book was that a lot of these interracial romances or love stories that are written by other people, they tend to let you know up front right away, this is a white guy, this is a black woman. and they spend like at least 5 or 6 pages describing the melanin and the lips.
Oh, I hate it.
And all of that stuff, and they spend like 5 or 6 pages describing what a manly man he is with long flowing hair or whatever. And this book didn't do that at all.
No, their racism was secondary.
It was secondary.
Like you'd have to
Right.
almost read the book twice to really be like, is this interracial? Because it wasn't.
Right.
And you're right, Tina.
Right.
I read a bunch of interracial romances, but I'm very cautious of that because I can't spend 10 pages going, oh my God, his dark skin, her dark skin. Look how beautiful it is against my. Listen. I mean, and I guess
Right.
it's cool for some people, so I'm just going to say this is just for me.
Right.
I don't have a problem with the interracial relationship. This book is one thing, but I also think that if you find yourself in one, it should almost be inconsequential to the love and to the respect and to
Right.
the trust. It shouldn't be the forefront of the thing, right?
Right.
It should just be we're two people who happen to find each other, and here we are in this relationship. How can we make this relationship work? That's what this did, even though the characters were crazy. But I will say I did appreciate that it was that it was just two people who were trying to make it work. I love that. Of course, you know, I always love strong women. So even though he was crazy, she was also firm in who she was.
Yeah, she was firm.
She wasn't getting pushed around.
No.
She wasn't getting bullied. She wasn't getting run over at all. She was able to set her boundaries with him. Even when he was going through some hard times and it was like, this is the boundary and we're going to be okay with the boundary no matter what happens. And so I appreciated that about her in the book.
What I'm going to say is that there's some scenes in the thing where she shows up to be kind of like a ride and die. Like everybody against her man.
Oh yeah.
Everybody against her man.
Oh,
And she like, this ain't right. And she does her own little detective work. She finds information out and she handles that.
Yes.
She handles it.
Yes.
Then he had nerve to get mad at her.
Right.
I was like, see, you know what?
Right.
She handled it for you.
Right.
She took care of that.
Right.
When you was like, you know,
Crazy.
take care of yourself.
Lost your rabbit level mind.
Right.
Can't handle no pressure. Clearly, he's not black.
Oh, he popped.
Yeah,
It was too much of suppression for too long a period of time without him handling it, and he imploded. He
imploded. But then when he came back and he like, you know, she got him his job back and all of like that. You know, he was like, "Who asked you to do it? Who asked you to do it?"
Yeah.
Okay, so I was like.
At that point is where you give him 2 chops to the throat.
I thought that was kind of like
that's interesting. Love. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
I thought that was kind of like she showed I'm willing to go far for you, right? And then he just was like, and you know, later on in the book they talked about how he felt unworthy and he thought it was, he was misinterpreting what was happening or whatever else. And I was like, okay, yeah, but by that time I was already like, I was
gone. We're not dating anymore.
Here's the thing, and we'll talk about our final ones. I don't know if I like them as a couple.
Ooh.
All the time I read these romance books and I'm like rooting for them to get together and I'm excited. I don't know if I cared at the end.
Well, you know what? Because he didn't deserve her.
No.
He did not deserve her.
She was good.
No, he did not deserve her. I mean, it was very much him or whatever. He didn't deserve her. He really didn't.
He didn't, and he didn't do enough to get her back.
No.
Right.
No. Like I said, she would have. I can't even argue with you about that. She didn't. I mean, it was a good, like when I was reading the book, I'm thinking, this is a good read. I'm not in the mindset where I was with other books. I'm like, oh my God, this is so unrealistic and so stupid. I just felt like, again, he didn't deserve her. Like she was in an unmatched, uneven relationship.
They were not evenly yoked.
Yeah.
And then you said, and then he kind of dissed her at the end, but then he didn't. And normally in these books, they go through some grand gesture
and then they're lovey
to get it back. Right. I don't even think we had the grand gesture. He just came back to town.
No.
And he was just like, hey.
I know, right? And then he was like, okay, I was wrong, sort of. I was wrong, and you the best thing, blah, 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 let's make this happen. And then they got married like in 2 months or something, or, I mean, they got married real quick, and, it was all this other stuff that was going on. I don't know.
No big gestures.
Yeah, there was a lot, and there was a lot there was a lot of drama with both of them, but it wasn't overwhelming drama, and the drama was connected. It was interchanged between other things. So I thought that was good.
Really?
Because we had read a book before where there was so much drama we couldn't get past the drama on top of the drama on top of the drama. So this was at least drama that was all connected into one thing. So I definitely appreciated that.
Okay, so ladies, we're at that part of the conversation. Where and Tiffany Patterson has written a number of books.
Right.
And once again, they gave this book a 4.5 on Goodreads.
So they gave Tiffany a 4.2 and they gave her a 4.5.
You cannot compare books.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing.
This is book by book.
They gave this book a 4.5.
Stop reading Goodreads.
But I think it's interesting to compare it to. So do we agree with Goodreads?
No. No. We don't know who Goodreads are, but they found.
Okay, so because they're on a 5-point scale, what would you give it?
Okay, so what would we give this book?
On a 1 to 10 scale. Are we going 1 to 5?
Well, I was saying only for comparison,
Okay.
they did it on a 5-point scale. So on a 5-point scale, what would you
So
give
I'm going 4. Maybe 3.5. 3.5.
Like 3.2.
3.5.
Yeah, I'm in like a 3, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I ain't like them.
No,
I did
I
not
like-
like them as a couple.
I didn't
And
like-
if you have a romance about and you don't like the couple, what's the point of the book?
Right, pretty much. And it wasn't like, it didn't have, I don't know, the drama was just the same kind of drama over and over again. You know, the messed up childhood, he has no emotional skills. Yeah.
Would you read other books by Miss Patterson based on this one?
It's not looking good.
Oh my
It's
God,
not
they got a little
looking
quiet.
good.
They
It's
got a
not-
little
You know what?
I think I would read one just to see whether or not I really don't like her writing.
I would read one. I cannot commit to the whole canon.
Nope.
I can't commit to the whole
But
canon.
I can't commit to one.
But I can commit to one.
Maybe.
Okay.
Another one.
And I will say this, I think I've read other books by Tiffany Patterson and I like them better than I like this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Because when you told me that this was the book and I was like, oh, I think I read this other book by her, but this wasn't it. And I remember liking the other one.
Right.
So, yeah. So, you know, so every now and then people have a one-off. Let's hope this is her one-off.
Right. I mean, it was well written, and that was good for me. And it was realistic in terms of some of the stuff that happened. Like you said, Tanya, I just didn't like the couple. So I'd be willing to read something else by her to see if she has better character development.
Okay. We can live that. And so once again, guys, thank you so much for joining our conversation. We are I Heard That. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel and follow us on Facebook. The links are down below. Our video normally drops on a Monday, and so that same Monday at 6 p.m. we invite you to join us on Facebook where we would be doing our after party. Where we can get a little more in-depth, kind of give a little more spoilers and talk more about some of the characters. Thank you so much for stopping by once again, and bye!